What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Mr. Game Squatch here. Today we have an N64 yellow controller with the dreaded limp stick condition, which is typical since this console did come out in 1996, and that would make it just about 30 years old this year now. We're going to be replacing it with this nice replacement stick that looks similar more to a GameCube sort of style stick. And as you see, it's nice and tight, responsive, and a little bit shorter than the OEM stick. They do sell replacement OEM ones where it's like taller and skinny, but I kind of like the form factor of the new one. So let's get into it. We're going to start by removing 7 of these bigger Phillips head screws on the outside, and then inside the port there's also 2 other screws that are also Phillips head. They're a little bit smaller, but you should be able to do it with the same screwdriver set or screwdriver bit. So in total, you'll have 9 screws that you'll need to be replacing. And once we get into it, it's really simple. There's going to be 3 little screws. So as you see inside the port there's 2 tiny little ones on the side. And if you look at the replacement module on the side there, you can see there's 3 points that look like will hold screws. Just took me a second here to try and get the screws completely loose and get them off of there. And then we have the shell removed. Now you want to remove the little board button, whatever you want to call it, for the, I think it's called the Z button or trigger button if you want to call it. And like I said, you're going to remove these 3 Phillips head screws as well. And you're going to disconnect the wire connector, I guess you could call it. I don't know the exact technical term, from the main board itself, and it comes right out. This is a very simple mod or fix that you could do yourself if you have a little tiny screwdriver. As you can see, the difference between the two and how limp and wobbly the OEM one is, it's just worn, pulled out. What are you going to do besides just put the new one in? So I got this from Digital Press in Springfeild, New Jersey. If you guys are close to there or live around there, definitely pop in there. They had lots of replacement parts. I'm talking battery covers for Game Boy, GameCube, or other stuff, and batteries themselves for PSPs and other things like that. And they also had Switch controller, joysticks and all as well. So definitely hit them up when you can. So right now I'm kind of struggling. You got to make sure you line it up perfectly, and it's a little bit tough. Sometimes it helps just taking the module out and make sure it's straight, and then you just click it in there until it sits all the way. And you'll know when it sits perfectly because it'll just slide right in perfectly like that. So try to keep that white wire on the side there. Learn from my mistake since I had forgotten which side that was on. But after you get that installed, you're going to get the 3 Phillips head screws back into place. You're going to want to be sure you put that little trigger button board right back in the same spot that you had it. Make sure all your shoulder buttons are also in place. And then you go ahead and tighten down those screws. That one was just being a little bit difficult for me. And then you get to pop your back shell back on, make sure everything's lined up properly, and screw back in all your screws. And always be sure to try and go counterclockwise or to the left before you start tightening, because you want to go a little bit until you feel it catch, just so that you don't strip out the screws, because metal screw into a plastic hole, you can easily ruin the threads on the holes, and you don't want to do that, especially on these older controllers in general. But after everything is all in place here, we're going to plug it into my N64 and give it a test and try and see if there's really a difference in gameplay. But as it looks right now, if you really didn't have a trained eye, you would probably think this was original, because it just looks like it should have been designed like that anyway. But I like how it looks. Alright, so now we got my N64 hooked up. We're going to start up with Conker's Bad Fur Day. Very popular N64 game. Not a lot of people got it. It's a little bit expensive nowadays, but I was able to get this for pretty cheap a little while back. So I'm pretty happy that I have it, so let's give it a go here. And now we have the game started up, and I got my controller with me here, and so you can see the motions that I'm doing. It is very responsive, very tight, whereas when I tried playing this game before, it was still moving, still able to move and work properly-ish, but it was just a little more difficult. It wasn't able to travel as far or as fast. He just kind of considered like doing like his half-speed walk kind of. Now he's able to actually run and jump and all, so we're going to try and get through this little cliff area because I couldn't do that before. But so far, I'm liking the feel of this. It just seems more right, you know? It just seems like it was a design choice that is, you know, I don't know how they didn't come up with it back in the day, but it's still a very good improvement. I believe you can find these sticks on Amazon or even eBay. I paid $10 for it from Digital Press, and I'm pretty sure that's about what they go for, $10 or $15 maybe. If you're trying to look into using this as like a replacement for broken controllers to like resell, I wouldn't say it's feasible because N64 controllers can be like $20 to $30 maybe depending on the condition, but you know, it really wouldn't make sense unless you have one that you've had forever and you want to use it as a daily driver, or you just want to resell it and you don't have anything else invested in it other than just getting the stick, then you could. But as for this, yellow controller is going to be my daily driver when I want to play an N64 game. This was just a no-brainer for me to try and replace the stick. Well, as you can see, I just got yeeted off a cliff there, but you can still see that the controller itself and the stick is very responsive and very, very nice to use and is working perfectly, in my opinion. So I would probably consider this a great success. And now moving on to our next selection here, we got Super Mario 64. Almost everybody's go-to N64 game, of course. So, let's give this a try and see how this goes. As you can see, it's still very responsive, still very tight, and I'm loving this every second I keep using this. It's been amazing so far because I'm in love with how well it works. I think the best part about this is just how easy it was to be able to do this because there's no soldering required, and some people that can be a skill issue a little bit, but as long as you have a small enough Phillips head screwdriver, this could be done in a matter of 5 minutes, and it's so easy. I love whoever came out with this. If you know who came up with this or know the main company that's making these, tell me in the comments and let others know, because this is such a great little piece to have. Now I'm gonna race this turtle and kick his butt. Alright, and that was Mario 64 for the N64. And then I would say that's a great success. Moving on now, we're going to do my personal favorite N64 game, Pokemon Snap. Now, I know some people are like, oh, it's just a, game you're just riding a rail and taking pictures. What's so exciting about that? I personally love doing photography and have loved doing photography since I was probably like 9 years old. And I can remember it clear as day. My mom giving me a little disposable camera from Walgreens on my birthday and was like, here, go take pictures. And I just was in love with it. I just ran around, took pictures of dirt, took pictures of our green covered pool, and just ran around. I don't even know every single picture, but since then I have loved photography and I love taking pictures. I actually have a personal little camera collection myself. And I freaking love Pokemon, so it's a no-brainer that these two games would go hand in hand. So between this and also the new Pokemon Snap on the Switch are one of my favorite games of all time. And so having this stick replacement on here has been amazing because it's just so much easier. It moves so much smoother. It just feels more right, and I just love it. So let's just sit back and watch a little bit more gameplay, why don't we?
Well done. You were close. Wonderful.
Alright guys, now that Professor Oak is pretty much done judging the hell out of my crappy photography, because again, we're a 12-year-old child in the game, I would honestly consider this a great success. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, then try to check out some of the videos popping up as suggested on my channel, and I highly recommend you guys try and pick up one of these little replacement sticks for yourself. And I hope you guys all stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.